Hello, my name is Mrs. Noonan-Reeve and I'm going to introduce you to the BTEC Sport and the Gcse specifications and let you know exactly what happens through years 10 and 11. So, next slide. The first thing I'm going to look at with you is the Gcse PE. The Gcse PE is an exam board called edXL or Pearson. We are studying a specification that only has 4 components. Component 1 is a theory-based component with 36%, 2 is theory-based with 24%, each of those have 4 topics within them. Then we have component 3, which is worth 30%, and a final component, number 4, which is worth 10%. So, each component is worked out of a total of 100%, but you will see that 1, 2 and 4 are actually theory examinations. This one here is a practical examination. This one will take place between March and May on a date that we give to the exam board, and an examiner will come in and watch them. That's in 2022, not this year in year 10 but in year 11. This also will take place in May of 2022. That again is for 2 theory exams, and they will be about a day or 2 apart. Component 4, which is a written or spoken piece of work, will take place in term 3 of this year. The revision book I would like most of you to buy, if you can, which has been on PayPal or Parent Pay, sorry, for the last 2 weeks and will keep going on there until the midway through November, is this book. It's called The Revision Guide to Gcse. It's produced by edXL themselves, and it goes through everything that you need to know with example exam questions and key things of ways of revising. It's £3.65 on our Parent Pay. On this link with the document is a sample exam paper. It's past exam papers that you can look through, and there's also mark schemes on there as well, so you can see what sort of thing the examiner would be looking for. I'd also like us to look at revision cards. We will do revision cards within lesson, and there are different revision cards that you can produce. I found lots of revision cards on Quizlet, and the link's here for you to look at. These are some examples, great with imagery for visual learners, as well as the written words as well. This book also, which the pupils will get a chance to use, does do a lot of revision with them, and a different way of revising through the form of a short thought shower. As well as that, in lesson time, we do a number of resources which we give to the pupils and we ask them to do at home. I've included some examples here of learning grids, but they'll also get to do knowledge organisers, clock faces, where we divide the face into sections and they spend 5 minutes on each section. Microsoft Forms, which are exam questions, puzzle pieces, and the list goes on. There are so many different things we get them to do within lesson and to revise. So, moving on to the BTEC. The BTEC is edXL Pearson again, same exam board. They have 4 units to do, similar to the Gcse with the 4 components. However, these are weighted differently. They're all weighted equally with 25%. 3 of them are units that are coursework that we do internally, and then IV within the school, so we internally verify them within the school, and then an external verifier looks at the work to see that we've marked it accordingly. And there's Unit 1, which is a theory exam. The theory exam will take place in January 2022 for the Year 10s. This has been taught already at the moment from term 1 through to term 4 of 2021, and they're looking at different practical sports. They're probably halfway through their first sport at the moment. Then in 2022 we'll be designing a fitness training programme, and in the start of term 5 of this year we'll look at the sports performer in action and parts of the body that help the sports performer. As with the Gcse, the BTEC also has some books, and there are 2 revision guides that we would hope the children would be using. This one, which is the revision guide for the BTEC Sport exam, and then this one which they've had the chance to purchase through school. Again, similar to the Gcse, different ways for allowing the children to revise the important information. Unit 1 is an online exam. It will last 1 hour and 15 minutes and it takes place in a computer room at the school. To get the full marks for that, the children are going to need to use different revision cards, and they're also going to need to provide their own revision cards, such as this one here, to allow us to go through the notes that are made in lesson, making them more focused. A couple of resources that we provide the children to be able to put their information down on. We get them to put the information onto the different example areas, and then we ask them questions that are similar to exam style questions. Again, it's a different way of recording information and revising from that rather than just written lots of notes. The Year 11 timescale for the BTEC course is slightly different. They've already studied a year. So, in January next year, January 2021, this school year, the children have been entered for their exam. They will all sit, that's on the 21st or the 22nd of January, and you've all been sent an email about that as to when your children will be sitting it, and I've also sent an email telling you about the revision process that is taking place. They've already completed their Unit 2, and they've also already completed their Unit 4. The grades for both of these have also been sent off and are with Edexcel at the moment. They cannot change. So they are what we call CAG'd. They are centre assessed grades that we had to submit. And here, at the moment, we are all doing the fitness training programme. Most of us are doing circuit training and looking at how that will affect our performance in our sport. Again, as with the BTEC for the Year 10s, it's exactly the same. We've got the option for BTEC books for Year 11, same books. A number of pupils have already purchased them. There's another thing that we would encourage the pupils to do, and that's to just look at what the online exam will entail. These are screenshots of the online exam here. It will take 1 hour and 15 minutes when they do it. They do it in a computer room, and we will go through this with them so they can see what icons they have to press, what the questions are asking, and what they have to do on each question. Revision cards are a key. Again, get yourself a set of cards. I think there's loads of shops that sell them 100 for £1, which is fantastic. Or you can create your own online and add them detail to them, and then you can print them. The special thing that we've got for our Year 11s at the moment is Period 6. Within Period 6, we are just continually going through the Unit 1, the exam information. We're making sure that they can answer the questions for the exam questions correctly. We're doing walk and talk exams where we all have an exam, and I will walk through it and talk through it and tell the children what the question's asking, and then they will put down what they think they need to write. We'll then go through all of those grades. They will then get a chance to highlight any areas that are a topic of concern, and we will make sure that those areas are studied in more detail. They should be also revising outside of lesson as per my email sent this week, and also they should have their own folders of all the information they've been studying during lockdown and during our theory lessons. If you have any questions about anything that I've talked of for the BTEC or the Gcse, please do email me on snoonham@stcatharines.college. The Year 10 are Gcse and BTEC, and the Year 11 are only BTEC this year. Thank you very much.